Hi, I'm Doreen Taylor, and you're watching Teen Infonet.
How are you doing tonight?
I am amazing. Being here in the Hollywood Hills, you can't ask for more. Premiering my new song here on the West Coast, Colors of the USA, benefiting the National Parks Conservation Associations. It's really exciting. A lot of great people here already, and we're just getting started.
So can you tell us about tonight's private concert? What can people expect?
This is really a very intimate kind of meet and greet here out in the Hollywood Hills. It's very exciting because we kicked it off on the East Coast in April on Earth Day, and now we're coming out to the West Coast to do a very kind of listening party. And really the first time a lot of these people are going to hear the song is going to be tonight. And then we're going to do a little intimate performance with some of my band members from Philadelphia. They came out for this amazing event. It's really great. A lot of new faces and a lot of old faces too.
And can you tell us more about the NPCA?
The National Parks Conservation Association is an amazing bipartisan group that is actually not government organized. It's actually in charge of maintaining the parks and making sure that they allot the funds the right way and that we protect the parks going forward. So when they asked me to do this song for them, it was amazing because they are really what the parks stand for and exactly where I wanted to make a song to benefit.
And where can people who want to find out more information or want to help go to?
If you want to download the song, 50% from every download is going directly to the NPCA to help enrich and further protect our parks. You go right to www.colorsoftheusa.org, download the song, watch the music video, read about it. It's amazing. And if you ever want to read about me, DoreenTaylorMusic.com.
And how did you first get involved in music?
I've always had music in my life. I think from a little girl, I always knew that there was something very special about music, and I just loved it so much. So, it was a logical progression. As I got older, I kind of did it, wrote songs, I did all the school plays, I got involved with, in community theater. And as I got older, I said, this is what I want to do for a living. This is what makes me happy, and this is what I'm all about. It isn't what I do, it's what I am.
And did you come from a musical background?
I really didn't. My family is not very musically inclined. My father's an amazing artist, so I think I got it from him, but beyond that, my brother's a doctor, and both my parents were teachers. So I think a lot of the experience I have with the parks and everything that I have come across has been because my parents were amazing to open my eyes to so many different things and let me experience things and get away from being inside and get outside and get active and to see these amazing national parks and to be just part of the environment.
And when you told them that you wanted to become a singer, did they tell you oh, it might be hard or anything?
My parents were extremely supportive, and I believe they always thought that whatever I would do, I would really give my all and my best. So I know when they wanted me to probably go into maybe medical or law or something like that, but when they saw the response from other people and the way that it made me feel, the way that I was when I was on stage creating and to just be part of this entire musical world, they couldn't deny it, and they were so supportive, and I was so blessed that they were.
And can you tell us about your first performance?
My very first performance, wow. I think I actually credit my third grade teacher for actually discovering me. I was in choir just like any other kid, and he pulled me out and said, I want you to sing this solo. So I started singing, and all of a sudden I shut my mouth and put my hand over my mouth because I had vibrato. And it started, this really mature sound. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. And he's like, please don't apologize. He's like, do you know how rare that is at your age? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't mean to do it. It just comes out naturally. So he really saw something very special in me and started pulling me out in organizations and really featuring me. And I just loved it. The more I did it, the more I wanted to do it. And I just kept working at it. It's very, very hard work. But you just have to keep going, and the rest, I'm a success story. So, I'm the real, true, if you want to do this, follow what I've done, because I'm really a true rags to riches kind of story.
And how do you prepare for your shows?
It's always different. Sometimes, like today, I'm, mingling and talking to people and doing like meet and greets, and then there's other times I just want to be in my dressing room and kind of do some vocal warm-ups. I was trained classically, so a lot of times I still do some operatic warm-ups. Even though I don't sing that way anymore, I still feel like they really do my voice really great. So I do some of those, and sometimes I just drink a lot of water and get a lot of rest and just, chill.
So would those be your pre-show rituals?
I think so. And the big ritual that I would say is that I say a prayer. Every time that I go out, I actually pull aside and I take a moment just to myself, and I actually say something very personal, and I just ask that I do the best job that I possibly can at that very moment, and it just makes me at ease at that moment. Right before I go on stage, I feel that I can do anything.
And do you write your own music?
I do. I actually write all my own music and my lyrics, and actually the song that we're debuting tonight, The Colors of the USA, 100% is all me. I actually produced the song, I wrote the song, I performed the song, I even played piano on the song, so it's all me. What you see is what you get.
So what influences you when you're writing?
Anything. Absolutely everything influences me when I'm writing a song. I really feel like, you could see this thing right here and it could write a song. It never know with me. I could hear somebody say something over there and all of a sudden I'm writing a song in my head. So usually the things though that are really influential are the things that really mean something to me. So when I write a song, like especially for this new song, when I really, really believe in preserving our parks and I believe in honoring our green spaces and honoring our national treasures, that meant something so much to me. So this was so easy. This just came out of me like so naturally.
And what would you say your new song is about? Like more helping out the USA, or what would you say?
This really is potentially a new national anthem. It actually is really for the national parks, but it also means everything about the United States. It's about our pride as Americans. It's about the colors that blend together. It's a melting pot to make this country great. The historical aspect, but also the natural aspect. It really covers all bases, and I really wanted the song to be relevant today. I also want it to be relevant 30 years from now and maybe 30 years from after that. Hopefully it will withstand the test of time.
So would you say you wanted to help make people get up and move and help make a difference?
I really, really, especially this day and age, when you think of the parks, you think of an older generation, and I really, really want to get kids involved. I really want kids to get away from their computers, get away from their iPhones, get away from it all, and actually go to these parks like I did as a kid and actually experience how amazing they are. You can't learn about them behind a computer. You can't learn about them on an iPhone. You have to be there and feel it, and I think that's one of the most valuable experiences I've ever had in my entire life.
And you're an actress as well. Which one would you prefer, singing or acting?
Sometimes it was really great when I did Broadway and I did a lot of the musical theater. I got to do both at once, and that was very cool. So I got to cover both sides of the fence. But honestly, my heart is musical, and it beats with music inside of it. And I really believe that if I didn't have music, I would have no purpose on this life, in this world. So I think that is exactly, again, it's not what I do, it's who I am.
Which one do you think is harder?
It depends, because I find music to be so easy to me. It feels like it's so inside of me that sometimes is easy. I think anything you do can be easy or can be hard. It depends on how you approach it, and it depends on how you view it. So if you want to do something really, really well and you want to make a living at it, everything's difficult. But you have to plow through it, and you have to do it because you truly love it. And that's exactly what I do. It's never easy, but that's what makes it fun.
And what would you say is your biggest accomplishment so far?
I think tonight is one of my biggest accomplishments. I think getting to this point, I was just listening to, watching the video of Colors of the USA, and I'll have to admit, I was actually in tears, and I've heard the song a million times already, and I just can't help it. I feel like there's something so special here. I feel like I finally found my home, and I feel like this could mean so much to so many people, and I really hope we raise a lot of money. I really hope we raise a lot of awareness, and I hope we get people out in the parks, especially kids. I want to get kids out in the park, and I want them to feel what I felt.
And what would you say is the hardest part of your journey so far?
I honestly believe the hardest part of my journey is really just the day-to-day business of it, because you can't just be a musician, you have to be a businesswoman or a businessman when you do this, because you have to really know what you're doing. And honestly, that's not the fun part of my career. My fun part is getting out on that stage and belting my heart out and really creating that wonderful music. But the hardest part is dealing with the agents, dealing with all the, the agencies and things like that. That's always sometimes a little challenging, but it's part of the business, and if you love it, it just comes along with the package.
And is there anything else that you're currently working on right now?
Right now I'm just promoting the heck out of this song. I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff with the Centennial coming up for the National Parks in 2016. There are going to be a lot of amazing things going across the country, a lot of performances, a lot of things getting kids involved and getting schools out to the parks. So right now I'm being groomed to be the spokesperson for this campaign coming up. So you might see me a lot more at a lot of things across the country.
And lastly, where can people find your social media, your Twitter, your Facebook, and also your music?
Sure, I'm all over iTunes, CD Baby. If you Google Doreen Taylor, you will find me every single place on the web. But if you want to follow me on Twitter, I'm Doreen Taylor. Can't be easier than that. And Facebook, it's Doreen Taylor fan page. And I think that's it, DoreenTaylorMusic.com. There you go. It has links to everything. We've covered all bases.
All right, well, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
We had a great time tonight. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.